Hello and welcome back to ASA Learnings. Today we will be covering the project schedule management and its six processes. In our knowledge area learning series, we have covered the 2 out of the 10 knowledge areas as per the PMBOK 6th edition, which is project integration management and project scope management. Today we will be covering the schedule management. So if you missed out our videos, the link for the previous videos are mentioned in our comment section. You guys can watch and comment and like our YouTube channel ASA Learnings. Today we will be covering the project schedule management and its processes. So the processes under the project schedule management is plan schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, develop schedule, and control schedule. So friends, let's get started with the topic for today, which is project schedule management. So in project schedule management, keywords to remember for project schedule management are: it includes the processes required to manage timely completion of the project. It provides a plan which represents how and when project will deliver the products, services, or the results. So as we discussed in project schedule management, there are overall 6 processes. 5 processes are in the planning process groups and 1 process in the monitoring and control process group. So 5 processes under planning process groups are plan schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, develop schedule. And 1 process in the monitoring and control schedule is control schedule. So let's get started. For first process of the project schedule management is plan schedule management. Keywords for plan schedule management are: it establishes the process, policies, procedures, and documentations for planning, managing, executing, and controlling the project schedule. It provides guidance and direction on how the project will be scheduled and managed throughout the project. So output for the plan schedule management process is schedule management plan. So schedule management plan will describe what is the methodology which will be followed, what will be the tools which will be used in making the schedule, what are the organization procedures, how the schedule will be maintained, what are the performance measurement rules, what are the control thresholds, what is the unit of measure, and what is the level of accuracy. Second process is define activities. So for understanding the define activities process, keywords are: it identifies and documents what are the specific actions to be performed to produce deliverables. Key benefits are: it decomposes work packages into activities that will be the basis for the future activities like estimating, scheduling, executing, and controlling the project work. Output for define activities process are activity list. So it lists all the schedule activities which is required on the project. It includes activity identifier and what is the work which need to be done in a specific activity. Second output is activity attributes. It identify resource requirements, what are the predecessor activities, what are the successor activities, and what is the logical relationship. Third output in define activities is milestone list. It identifies all the milestones and indicates whether it is mandatory. Next output is change request and project document updates. Next process is sequence activities. Sequence activities is also the part of planning process group. It identifies and documents relationship among different project activities. Key benefit is it defines logical sequence of the work. So now understand what are the logical relationships in sequence activities process. It is by the precedence diagramming method. So there are overall 4 logical relationships between the different activities. So friends, let's start it with the logical relationships. First is finish to start. So finish to start we also call as FS, in which The successor activity, which is B, cannot be started until the predecessor activity A has been finished. Next logical relationship is start to start, which is also known as SS, in which successor activity B cannot be started until the predecessor activity has started. The third logical relationship is finish to finish, in which successor activity, which is activity B, cannot be finished until a predecessor activity A has been finished. And the last logical relationship is start to finish, in which predecessor activity cannot be finished until a successor activity is started. So in this example, activity B is the successor activity and activity A is the predecessor activity. So output for the sequence activity is project schedule network diagram. So in project schedule network diagram, it shows the order in which the activities will be scheduled along with the logical relationship. So if we will see this diagram, so this is the start process which will have the two activities and what are the logical relationship between activity 1 and 2. Similarly, all the activities are defined along with the logical relationships, and after that, after activity 11, then the process will be end. Other output for sequence activity process are project document updates, activity list, activity attribute list, milestone list, assumption log. The next process in the project schedule management is estimate activity durations. So estimate activity duration process is also the part of the planning process group. Keywords are: it estimates the number of work periods which is required to complete the individual activities within the estimated resources. So key benefit is it provides the time which is required for completing each activity. Estimation can be done using the following parameters: activity list, activity attribute list, assigned resources. Output for estimate activity duration process are duration of each estimates, what are the basis for the estimates, and the project document updates. The next process of project schedule management is develop schedule. And the keywords for understanding the develop schedule process is it analyzes the activity sequences, durations, resource requirements, schedule constraints for creation of a schedule model for the execution and monitoring and control process. It is performed throughout the project. Outputs for developed schedule process are project schedule, schedule baseline, project calendar, and the updates of project management plan as well as project document updates. So this is the example of project schedule in which all the activities with the activity identifier are listed. It also defines what is the duration and in which periods the activity will be completed. For understanding of the other outputs of schedule develop schedule processes, schedule baseline. So schedule baseline is the approved version and it can be changed through formal control procedures. Next output is project calendars, which identifies working days and shifts for the schedule updates, change requests, updates of project management plan, and project document updates. And the last process in project schedule management is control schedule. So keywords for control schedule process is it monitors the status of the project to update project schedule and it manages changes to the schedule baseline. It is maintained throughout the project. Outputs for control schedule are work performance information, which compares with the schedule baseline. It identifies what are the variances in the start date and finish dates for the each activities. Durations can be calculated at the work package level. What are the schedule forecasts? And if we need to update the project management plan or project document updates, that is also the output in the control schedule process. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any doubts, you can enter in the comment section and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe our ASA Learning's YouTube channel to learn more. Happy learning.